Hi guys, so it's sometimes said a Boris Johnson promise is a lie that hasn't happened yet. When it comes to the north of England and the so-called Red Wall, Johnson and the Tories made a lot of promises. One particular one was about reinvestment in rail. Back in 2019, the Prime Minister said that he would bring massive investment to the north, and voters bought it. They believed him and were willing to give Johnson, who has a long history of lying, they were willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Well, it seems investment in rail in the north was nothing more than another Boris Johnson promise that turned out to be a lie.
And I want to be the Prime Minister who does with Northern Powerhouse Rail what we did for Crossrail in London. And today I am going to deliver on my commitment to that vision with a pledge to fund the Leeds to Manchester route.
A pledge from Boris Johnson. Well, this is what's happening today.
I am not aware of that because the integrated rail review.
I don't believe you.
Is due out, but not this morning. It's coming later this week, and when it comes, we'll be able to. Well, it won't be me on your show that day, but you'll be able to talk to somebody sitting in this seat about it.
Well, it's our understanding.
But it's not out now.
What's your view? What do you think the people up in the north will think when they will promise the earth for their votes and it looks as though that's not going to happen?
I think we're
not very levelling up, is it?
I think we're absolutely committed to levelling up. I think that is infused in everything.
As long as you don't want to get on a fast train.
In everything government does. Transport also is part of that, and so are many other things. But on the specifics of the railways, we're going to have to wait for the integrated rail review.
It's very difficult for Northern MPs, the ones obviously in the Conservative Party, who got in on the coattails of getting Brexit done and Boris Johnson's levelling up. Johnson sold people a lie. And this is something I still struggle with. Boris Johnson has a long history of lying, but people were willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Stop giving Boris Johnson the benefit of the doubt. He's a compulsive, pathological liar. It's whatever Boris Johnson says, the opposite is probably true. That's how you should deal with Boris Johnson. Now, back in 2019, we saw here how he was promising, and this was just one promise for the people of the north. There were numerous promises about how he was going to make life much better, and it was never really an intention. It was just a sale. It was just the snake oil. It was like Boris Johnson getting Brexit done. Just convince people, tell them the lies that they want to hear. We care about you. We're going to invest in the north of England. And voters turn around. People who used to vote for the Labour Party, their family, their grandparents, their great-grandparents even, voted for the Labour Party. And they turned around and said, we're going to vote for the Conservatives for a change. We like Boris Johnson. We like getting Brexit done. We like his promises, his pledges about investing in the north. And this is the consequence of it, a lie. Now, what's important from this is that people understand it was a lie, and they understand that Boris Johnson and the Conservatives are not just unreliable, but they should be nowhere near the levers of power. They have tricked the people. This is a con. Will people actually accept that? Will people turn around and say, actually, we shouldn't be voting for these people? I'm not criticizing the individual MPs. They went along with it. Perhaps some of them are good people, but that's irrelevant because the real power resides in Westminster, resides with Boris Johnson. And Boris Johnson lied to the public again. So I really hope that at the next election, the Conservatives are kicked out of the north, whatever seats they have won disappear and are returned to either the Labour Party or whoever else held them. And of course in the south of England, where they're already losing support, that continues. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.